One story that, well, that's not good for camera. See, this is going to be the problem with everybody's buckwheat stories.
Funny story about buckwheat. I don't know if there's any I can tell. Oh my God.
Maybe I shouldn't really tell that story right now about the hotel. But
We have like a bloopers version because I got like an awesome story.
No one else in the fraternity world ever had or ever saw anything like him.
And he's probably the one single individual who has pledged more men into this fraternity than any other single individual in the history of the world.
They thought there wasn't really a buckwheat, that this was just a teak legend, because the results we talked about were so outrageous. We extrapolated from the chapters that he'd visited or started, and the number of men he'd recruited and the ones that have been recruited since, if we add it all up, buckwheat by himself would be one of the 10 largest fraternities in North America.
Buckwheat really made the industry look at how large their footprint could be. He was someone who gave an opportunity that we could have 300 chapters. He gave the vision and the dream that we could start teak chapters in places that other folks wouldn't.
Buckwheat was always that guy that no matter what else was going on, it was Rush.
I think his largest one was Florida State, which was I think like 140 something. When they had their installation there, they needed an entire wing of the hotel. That ritual went on forever. And so we went to the bar. And sure enough, Buckwheat pledged the bartender that day.
He had this ability to just kind of bring people together and hold them. And he was always a party atmosphere. It was always a party.
I think at heart, Buckwheat is a gracious host. And when you come in, he wants you to feel welcome. He wants to provide for you. You know, in an earlier generation, was they come in and have a beer. Okay, but then times change and oh, we can't do that. So he would evolve that and it would become food.
Part of it, like the cooking, that was always a participatory kind of thing. And so everybody was throwing cans of beans and cans of this and tomatoes and that sort of thing into the pot. And so that got people involved.
There's many stories of him going to the butcher and saying, I want an entire, basically, side of beef. And they would build a spit and they would cook for 8 hours of this over a spit and they would baste it and they would make cooking an event in and of itself.
Some people have it and some people don't, and he did. He has it in terms, he's a people person.
It was always the experience, and I think that's the lesson. He wanted people to enjoy life, enjoy what they were doing, and enjoy the people around them.
He was kind of crazy. In a good way, because you never really did know what he was going to do next.
When Buckwheat started doing Rush conferences, part of his act was to dress up. And he tried various costumes and get-ups. But the one he stumbled on that seemed to be a big hit was when he came out as General Patton, and the World War II general.
Oh, he shows up looking like General Patton. He's riding on this half track. The pedestrians, a crowd in downtown Indianapolis says, what the heck is going on here?
He was enjoying himself. He's barking orders, holding onto the gun, wearing his chromed helmet.
The first time I can remember meeting Buckwheat was at Conclave 2013 in Washington, D.C. The passion that Buckwheat exhibited in that speech was unlike anything that I've ever seen, to the point where he had tears streaming down his face by the end of it.
He gets his energy from the crowd, specifically our students. He has often said that it is the students that recharge my batteries. And so the energy and the excitement he can deliver to an audience is proportional to the amount of energy that he can absorb from those students. The gleam in their eyes, the excitement, the looking forward to what they're about to engage in. Ronald Reagan, as people know, was a teak. And when he was campaigning, there was an opportunity that he was going to be at Indiana State. And Mike Moxley, who was the editor of the magazine at the time, and had arranged this photo shoot with Ronald Reagan.
And this group of black limousines comes through the entrance area, and these Secret Service all get out, and then the last one out is Reagan. He immediately sees all the teaks there and comes over and starts talking to everybody. So Buckwheat walks up to him and doesn't know what to say. And I'm standing there and I say, Father Reagan, this is Dennis Perry. And Reagan looks at him, rather quizzical, and said, aren't you the one they call Buckwheat? Well, he just melted on the spot. After then, you couldn't shut him up.
And Buckwheat knew that he needed to get a picture, okay, a picture of the crowd, a picture of Ronald Reagan.
Well, the president was involved in talking with everyone. He didn't want to turn around. And he wasn't listening, so Buckwheat grabbed him by the shoulders and turned him around.
When he did this, there were several Secret Service agents who basically went in and proceeded to say, sir, you do not manhandle the president.
Edward Reagan motioned to him and said, that's okay, we're above Fred's. Out of all of the oversell, the hype, the costumes and everything, Buckwheat is as genuine as you can get.
When people were ill or had problems, Buckwheat was there.
When I first went away to combat in 2003 during the Iraq invasion, my first care package came from Buckwheat. He beat my family, beat all of my chapter members. He didn't have to do that, but it says a lot about his character of who he is for him to take the time to do that.
You can never have a conversation with him and it doesn't come back to the fraternity. He's the epitome of passion and love for this organization.
In the history of our fraternity, there have been 5 founders. There was 4 national founders. And there's been 46 individuals who served as Grand Preakness, but there'll never be another Buckwheat.
Personally, I'd love to say thank you as my friend. I'd like to say thank you as Grand Preakness, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of the entire fraternity for everything you've done over the last 40 years to share your teak experiences with everybody across the board.
Buckwheat, thanks for all the years of service. Thank you for personally being the reason why I joined this amazing fraternity. Tau Kappa Epsilon would not be the same without you. So we love you and thank you.
Thank you, Buckwheat, for 45 years of love, passion, nicknames, energy, dedication, and loyalty to Tau Kappa Epsilon.
I love you, Buck. I'll never forget you, and I look forward to some more barbecues at your house.
Thank you for being a part of the lives of so many frauders for so many years. Thank you for making it fun to get the job done. And thank you for being a part of my life and that of Leslie as well for all the years that you have.
Hope you enjoy your retirement. God bless you.
Thank you, Buckwheat!